Hello, welcome back to the channel. My name's John. This is
Ben.
this is my channel Donk. Basically, we're back again for another video, and this video has kindly been sponsored by Plate Queen. Plate Queen have kindly sponsored this video by basically buying us a set of lowering springs for the Transit 2024.
Yeah.
We got these from Van Style. You can find them on the internet. Lowering springs. They're from Cobra. They're a really good make as far as I'm aware of springs, aren't they? So yeah, without Plate Queen's help, basically we wouldn't be doing this video, but it is with their help, and now we are, and we can't wait to get sort of stuck in, can we?
It's the last finishing touch the van needs, didn't it? We've had so many comments saying it needs to be lowered, it needs to be lowered.
Yeah.
So now it's going to happen.
That's the more comments on the van is now about getting it lowered, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what should we do? How do you want to go about this? What are we going to do?
I think we're going to start on the fronts first.
Yep.
Because they're probably going to take us a bit longer.
Yeah.
And then we'll obviously work on the rears. But yeah, start on the fronts because that's going to take us the most time.
Yeah.
And we're most unfamiliar with. More needs to come off to do them.
Yeah.
So
okay. Well, let's move the van round into the garages, get set up, and then we'll start whipping some of these wheels off and start lowering this van.
Let's get into it. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool.
So, mate, what's step one?
Step one, we're going to pop the bonnet first. We've decided we're going to start on the front. Is this going to be a little bit more?
There's a little bit more work on the front.
A little bit more technical on the front. So let's get the bonnet up. Go. Let's pop that up here. So this model, the new shape Transit, is slightly different from the old shape in a better way because the top mounts are located back here. So in order to get to them, it makes it a lot easier to remove the front headlights, get the battery out of the way, then we can show you where the top mounts are. There's 3 bolts on there. On the previous generation of Transits, the top mounts were located inside the van. So that obviously meant removing part of the dashboard, glove box,
nightmare, wouldn't it?
under the steering column. So yeah, that's the first step we're going to do. Get the lights out, get the battery out, and then we'll show you where the top mounts are located.
And then what about for the other side? The other side we're going to take the light out as well, aren't we?
The light out, that's all we've got to remove from this side because you can actually see them there right at the back. They're going to be a bit tricky to get to, but it's a lot better than removing a lot of your dashboard as in the previous generation. So
right, let's get to
do that first, yeah?
Yeah.
Which is actually going to be replaced, you know. In a video to come.
Yes, it is in a video to come that he's just give the game away. Cut.
If that ain't a reason to subscribe to the channel,
well,
then there we go.
We'll probably cut this bit out, but I think there's a couple of clips underneath.
Yeah, do you want to grab that side?
Now just pull out horizontal, like straight, just straight. No, don't pull them up, pull them straight out.
Straight.
Yeah, that's it, there you go.
There you go. Yeah.
Cool. I'm just going to have a look at this to see about getting this off the top. It's just a cover by the looks of it, isn't it?
Yeah. Maybe a little tap. So, here is.
So that should all come off in one go with just that bolt, shouldn't it?
In all
and
one.
You've got, is that a little fuse in there as well, look?
Yeah, little small 3 amp. There's a lot more going on to a battery now than what you you think there's just one white, one positive, one negative, isn't there? But look, there's a hell of a lot more. This one there on the negative, you got 3, 4, 5, all on one.
Yeah, because on the older style van, on my 22 plate, the battery used to be under the seat, and that was a right pain in the arse. Absolute pain in the arse to get to, that was. But this side should be a hell of a lot easier than the other side, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway,
a little 8 or 10 mil bolt there.
Just
and one
open
at
the
the
battery.
back, yeah, securing it in place.
Yeah, let's get to it then.
Yeah. All this here. Okay. That one there.
So I'm just going to put that cover back on again.
Yeah.
Just to protect that a little bit.
All tidied. Now let's undo this one. Is it a 10? Looks like it might be an 8. Yeah.
All wrapped up in a nice little jacket in there as well, look.
Yeah.
Very posh.
We'll undo that and the one at the back, and then we'll be able to lift the battery out, which is going to give us a lot better access. And here we go. The battery is out. There's some details on it there if anyone is interested to know.
Put that to one side safe. And now there is quite a lot of access to this now at the back here. So yeah, let's see how we go.
So round the back, I've just slackened off the 3 15mm bolts for the top mounts. Not obviously undone them, just slackened them off. So now we're gonna get the wheel off.
Head on round to the wheel.
Get it jacked up, get the wheel off, yeah.
Yeah.
Just undone this, by the way. It's a Torx 45.
It's just a brake line bracket, isn't it?
Yeah, just a bracket that holds them on. And now we're going to loosen the tie rod arm.
That little baby just there.
Yeah, we've got a couple of electrical connectors, which I don't know if we've got to remove. Yes, we have, yeah. So that's...
Is there electrical connectors on the back? Oh, it's that one there.
And that one there. So that's going to that, so we can undo. This bit slides up. And it should. Oh, just slid it back in. And plugs.
So we're going to film this side, aren't we? This is the passenger side.
Yeah.
We're going to film this side, and we're probably not going to film the driver's side because it's all pretty much the same. So once you've seen us do this side, then we'll probably skip over that one.
And this video today, look at the sky.
Oh yeah.
I think this is the first video we've shot where the weather has been decent. What is it today? March the 9th.
And it's actually, I think they reckon it's going to be about 18 degrees today.
Yeah.
I'm in a t-shirt for the first time in God knows how long. My white arms are actually reflecting the sun. But yeah, for the first time for a long time. And we're just having a little bit of palaver getting this connector out, aren't we?
I'm just taking the whole plastic clip out, which is almost out. There we go.
Get a little look at that. What do you think? What's that for?
That will be the brake wear sensor. It goes down there onto the pads.
Okay.
So that's loosened off. That's loosened off. Let's undo some big boy bolts. Yeah.
Big boy bolts.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yep, it's done, isn't it?
Yeah. We've got slackened off on that. Now we're going to go for the big boy bolts. If the boss didn't do it, we was going to get out the
bad boy.
Yeah. But it done
So
it.
we're just loosening that one off, but now we're going to go for these two big bolts here.
Yes.
And these are 24 mils. These. So we've got a spanner one side, nut runner the other side.
Yeah.
Just check it's on reverse. I believe it is.
This thing's a fucking lump, isn't it?
It is a lump, yeah.
Fucking absolute lump. How's something make such light work? Such a big bolt, eh? It's mad. And how do you pronounce this? Because I always pronounce it wrong. I always pronounce it Milwaukee.
It is, well, it is Milwaukee, but I don't think you have to put the Milwaukee accent on there, to be honest. Say it again, because it's quite funny. Milwaukee. So after a little while of mucking about, we've sort of both come to the conclusion that we needed to look at this, trying to get these two bolts out a little bit differently. So while I was away getting a larger hammer, Ben decided to basically get stuck in, and he's come up with this conclusion. One, as to why, when we were putting the nut runner on, why it wasn't spinning when we was putting the nut runner on. Bearing in mind that I'm not a mechanic, Ben's done this before on other motors, but not on vans. So we're not mechanics, so I know all of you, they're all going to be screaming in the background going, why aren't you doing this, why aren't you doing that? Yeah. But, so for the layman's terms, this is where we are at now. So if you'd like to explain.
I'll explain it to you as basically as possible. We got the nut off of the end really easy, but the bolt itself wasn't coming out or wasn't even turning. The reason for that is, look, there's like perforated teeth on it. So even if you was driving and the nut come off, the bolt wouldn't come out. The way around I found this is in the gap here, to wedge something in there to take the tension off of it, leave the nut right on the end there so you don't damage the threads. We'd obviously sprayed it up with a bit of WD-40 and tap it, and it will come out. It will come out, but the reason why it doesn't turn with a socket is because of the perforated teeth.
Yeah.
So everything else, we've got the tie rod all off, everything else is disconnected. Now we're going to undo these, and now the hub assembly will lower down. Yeah. Might be under a bit of compression here. These bolts should relieve that anyway.
Right, let's give it a go.
Yeah. There we go, look, you can really see the perforated.
Yeah, they're splined all the way through, and they've got like a spline on them. That was loose, I'm pretty sure I just see that wobble. There you go.
Okay.
So that's the bolt, and that's the reason why they don't turn on the outside, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can understand why they do it. I'm going to presume that it's so that if anything does happen like that, it doesn't work if the bolt comes off. If the nut comes off the other end, then it doesn't work its way out.
That's it, we're free. So all we're being held in with now is the 3 top mounts that we previously loosened at the top.
So if you drop that jack, that whole hub assembly will drop them, won't it?
Yeah. Hours later. Annoying, because I can only get such a tiny. At least you can access it. That's the main thing, isn't it?
Well, without taking all the inside out, I suppose, yeah.
Let's go to the other one. Do that one.
These are the top mount. So we've got the three bolts off the top now. Just mind your fingers and stuff.
Get this away from the.
Just remember that whole lot's going to fall, isn't it? So
Yeah. There we go. And one leg is
well
out.
done.
So, next step, spring compressors. This is under a hell of a lot of tension. A Torx bit in there, release the top mount bolt, then this will come out. So we'll get this probably on the bench or something and get the compressors on here, yeah?
Let's go, well done. This took us a bit, but well done. Okay, so we've loosened this nut off now, haven't we?
Yep.
Spring compressors are on, so it's just a case of taking the rest of these off. Taking this section out, hopefully.
Top mount.
Is that held on?
You might be able to just take the whole thingy out.
No, look, yeah, it's just over a lip on here.
Oh,
Hold on, don't pull it yet, because you're pulling my fingers out. Look, so just over that, see? So we just need to spin it round and pull it over the other side of that clip. There you go, try that.
go. Right. And that is the bump stop.
So that goes in there like that.
Yeah.
And that goes over the top there like that, doesn't it?
So we've got to loosen off the spring compressors now.
Have you got all your PPE on you, haven't you?
Yeah.
Good. Wow, that must have compressed that spring, what? Near enough 2 inches?
Yeah, massive amount of
Yeah,
tension under, isn't it?
Yeah. That is a pain in the bum, that, isn't it? You know what, looking at it now, it's probably even more than 2 inches.
God, I thought that was at the end a minute ago, but it weren't. There was
No.
more. So, these are off, and this is obviously, we've got to do the exact same thing to the new ones to get them to fit into the strut itself.
Now if I hold that one.
Yeah, so this line the tops. There we go, that's the difference. You've got all that much more.
Yes, much better, isn't it?
And the springs, if you notice there, I know these are designed, so these bits here are a lot closer together. Whereas this is the same all the way down. So you've got the loose, the bigger gap there, and the bigger gap, bigger and bigger. Does like soft rebound on things, and these closer together ones are under a lot more for the higher tension stuff.
Right. Right, well let's get this one on.
Yeah.
Just to reverse the process and then see how we go, eh?
Yeah. So first side is done. Coming round here now. Just loosening up the wheel nuts. We will get the jack under there, jack stand, and get going on this side. This side should be a bit quicker because we know exactly what to do at what step.
So we're just taking all the little brake lines and sensors off again.
Yeah.
And just reversing what we did before. Hopefully now we know this side a little bit better.
Yeah.
This side will hopefully go a little bit quicker. Although, how long did that take us to do that side?
Not crazy amount of time, is it, to be
Pardon?
honest? Not crazy amount of time.
Must have taken, I don't know what the time is now.
20 to 12.
We probably started on it about 10 by the time we did it. So it's only taken us an hour and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're not doing too bad on time at the minute.
And obviously the rears are going to be
Don't jinx
a
it.
lot harder.
Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Oh dear. But yeah, we're on the floor for that one again, aren't we, underneath? But there's a little bit less to do on the backs, isn't there?
Yeah, yeah.
Hopefully. So
100%.
yeah, so hopefully if we haven't jinxed ourselves.
Didn't actually get any footage of taking the old spring out, but basically all we did was jack the back of the van up, compressed the old spring, wiggled that out, compressed the new spring, which was far easier to get back in as it was smaller.
Rear spring is in its correct position, sitting in the correct position down here. We compressed it into place, so we are just undoing the spring clamps now. Obviously you can do it the other way of undoing the shock absorber and pushing this down, but we thought it took we had to put these under such little tension for them to compress.
Yeah, the
up
smaller
and fit
springs
in.
don't need that much compression, do
I
they?
thought, what's the point? Like, so there we go, the second rear spring is in. It's fairly obvious the way that it sits. It's got a slot down the bottom, so you can't go wrong there, and the same thing up the top as well. But both rears are in now. We're going to lower the van down. Obviously anytime you lower a vehicle it takes a few days for everything to settle down. But yes, exciting to see how it looks.
Yep, let's lower this
Let's lower it
bad boy down.
Yeah.
That's it.
Just clear everything off there.
Do you reckon that was the one I was looking for? Was that the one you just
No,
broke?
that's the one I just broke, yeah.
Yeah, so if anyone can donate us some Torx bits,
Yes, that would be great.
that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Because Ben seems to buy the Chinese crap, yeah.
Oh look, I've got a really good breaker bar here as well.
Yeah, we could do with a breaker bar as well if possible.
And do you know what? When this broke, I picked it up, I dropped it down here, and the socket end fell off, believe it or not, and it went straight down that drain. It actually did.
Right, there's nothing else in here, is there? Right.
We need to get in the van now, release the parking brake, because everything's all going to be under weird tensions at the moment, because we've had all four corners up.
Right, okay. So I'll just start it.
Yeah, it's probably going to creak and everything.
Right, okay.
Release the parking brake. There we go. That's it, parking brake back on. Turn her off. That's it, you've dropped now. You've dropped.
Bloody hell.
It's weird because it all goes under tension.
Yeah, that's better, isn't it?
That's it.
So that was a bit hard work, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, so we've finished. It probably took us probably about an hour or an hour and a half longer than it should have done for a various couple of bits and pieces that we sort of made the mistakes on, but we're learning at the same time. So, but other than that, I'm really pleased with it. Are you?
Yeah, massive difference. It looks really good, and obviously over the next week or two, when it gets some weight in it, everything will settle down, and it will probably lower down even more than it is now. But we just went for a quick test drive, didn't we?
Yeah, and it feels
really good.
Yeah, it feels okay. There's no sort of like difference with it. As you say, I'm looking forward to it settling down over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
It was really weird when you first told me to take the handbrake off, and it felt like everything was on air ride, and it sort of just started to sort of like settle, because the backs were still quite high. Even when we put the springs on the backs were really high, weren't they?
Yeah.
But I didn't realise, but as soon as Ben told me to take the handbrake off, it was almost like it was on air ride, and then it sat down. So the front, it just looks planted now, doesn't it? It looks it looks like how it should do.
Much better.
So yeah, in the grand scheme of things, for a novice like me, and for someone like Ben that's got a little bit more experience than I have, you know, it is capable. You can do it.
It's more than capable. Yeah.
Can't you? You can do it with spring compressors. You need spring compressors, whatever happens. A good impact drive, a good impact gun. You need a good impact gun, and then just try and follow the steps. Hopefully, we've given you a good idea of how it all works. So we're not that far off the finishing the van at the minute. We've still got a couple of bits and pieces to do on it, haven't we? But yeah, so as we said
Plate Queen very kindly, after our little appeal for the springs for these, Plate Queen quite kindly basically paid for the springs for us. So the springs came by way of Plate Queen, and we've got a little bit of announcement to make from them, haven't we?
Yes, they've also given us a discount code. If you use DONK, so DONK 10 at checkout, you'll get 10% off all your orders. They do all the styles of number plates, gels, 4Ds, short, normal, standard printed, any style you want, shipped anywhere in the country. So check them out. It's all the W's, pl8queen.com.
Yep, so
Massive thank you to them.
yeah, massive thank you to them. I've got Plate Queen number plates on. You've got Plate Queen number plates on. I've got them on my car. He's got them on your car. You've got them on your van. So we use Plate Queen for everything. They're local to us, so it's handy for us. So we're going to leave the video there. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please remember, we are 149 subscribers away from 500. So we could really do with 500 subscribers, and that means that basically we can, if we do any videos in the future, we might be able to earn a fiver out of it.
Yeah, and it just grows the channel.
Yeah,
and
it grows the channel, yeah. So don't forget, please, if you can, like and subscribe to the video. It doesn't cost you anything to do that. It's just literally a press of the button, but it really, really helps us out as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So if you can do, that'll be a massive, great big thumbs up from us. Anything you need to know about, just send us a
drop them in the comments.
Yeah, drop them in the comments.
Yeah.
We'll try and put as much information in the description as we possibly can. But as you say, if we need any, if you need any advice from us, if we can give it to you, then by all means give us a shout. Big shout out to, there was a guy from Melbourne, wasn't there? A guy from Australia that contacted us. So big shout out to all you Aussies out there. If you're watching out there, thanks a lot. Really, really appreciate it.
The channel's getting watched.
Yeah,
all
and
around.
I think there's some people from Ireland that are watching it as well. Big thank you to Van Style. A guy called Sam that I've been speaking there to Van Style. If you order the stuff from there, it comes straight away. It's really, really quick. So there's no mucking about there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll leave it there. As I said, just keep an eye on the channel because we've got one or two little last bits to go on, and then we're going to give you a full description of everything that we've done to the van in the last video, and then we'll see where we go from there. So it's a goodbye from me.
Goodbye from Ben.
And it's a goodbye from Ben. See you soon.
Cheers.